The year is 1988, and one game is about to rewrite gaming history forever. That game is Pool of Radiance. Was the birthchild of both TSR, who was the publisher of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons at the time, and Strategic Simulations Inc., or SSI, which was founded by Joel Billings. Joel acquired a video game licensing agreement from TSR in 1987 and later published 30 titles in the series, which they called the Gold Box series. The first game in this series was Pool of Radiance. This game was groundbreaking on so many levels, with its gameplay, tactical grid combat, 16-color EGA graphics, and of course, its character customization. I mean, fuck me, I could make a whole video just on this game alone. It's super interesting, but one thing this game had that was never done before was visual character customization icons. For the first time, gamers all over the world could see the character they were making. This was insane, okay? This was like GTA 6 of the 80s, but the game actually was released. Of course, the customization was pretty rudimentary, with only having a head and torso options you can cycle through. But this was revolutionary. For the first time ever in gaming history, gamers could make a character with boobs. Not only could you customize your character's portrait, but also their combat icons. You could select specific weapons, heads, and specific colors for each body part. And not only could you create your own character, but you could export that character from Pool of Radiance to subsequent SSI games in the series. And they did all this on a fucking floppy disk with only 1.75 megabytes. What the fuck? Joel Billings, you sexy madman. I don't think you understand. This had gamers shitting and coming in their pants. And SSI went on to sell 264,536 copies of Pool of Radiance in North America alone. Due to the Gold Box series' success, and as technology got better and gaming became more and more advanced over the decades, so did the characters. It is in these future decades where I was born, and where I experienced a character creator for the first time in my chronic gaming habit as a wee lad. That game was Dungeon Siege 2 is one of my earliest memories with gaming. Me and my brothers would play on our old Dell family PC that sounded like it was going to turn our house into a Chernobyl incident, just trying to play Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue at a brisk 30 frames a second. Banger game, by the way, 10 out of 10. I don't know if you played Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, but fucking amazing game. But what sticks out the most for me isn't the story of Dungeon Siege 2, or the world design, or the game design, or the combat, or the ambiance, but the character creator. Now granted, this is also because I was a stupid, incompetent little kid who could barely even do math, even if you let me count on my fingers and my toesies, so I never really got far into the game. And 6-year-old Monty would get overwhelmed by all the weird symbols on the keyboard that freaked me out, and I would run away. And the screen had a bunch of weird words and symbols and flashing colors and sounds that were frying my very fragile prepubescent brain and gave me a headache, so I would freak out and run away. I am 20 years old now. Neither of those things have changed. You know, maybe I should get tested for autism like my parents said. Anyways, I remember spending all my time sitting at one screen, making character after character after character, and accidentally overwriting my brother's save files because I had to make a character called Glorpulus, which is obviously more important than my brother's stupid level 60 mage that he's about to beat the game with. In consequence of this action, I was shoved into a cabinet and beaten with a plastic Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, while my parents watched and did nothing. Safe to say that little 6-year-old Monty had his mind blown by the fact I could make whatever I wanted. And this fascination only grew as I got older and was introduced to more games. And all of these games have two different types of playable characters, which I like to call hard and soft characters. Let's talk about the first option, hard characters. These are characters that cannot be customized or altered at all throughout the game. Okay, this is like a bowl of Play-Doh you left out in 2nd grade and didn't touch it until you graduate from high school. And that shit might as well be made out of ebony and have an enchantment of unbreaking on it. And gaming has had so many different iconic hard characters over the decades. Okay, I'm talking about Pac-Man, Mario, Link, Sonic, Master Chief, Kratos, Doom guy from Doom, Leon Kennedy, who is especially hard because I'm hard when I play with him. I mean, when I play as him. I'm talking about Earthworm Jim. What you guys know about Earthworm Jim? Hey, what you guys know about Gex? My boy Gex. And perhaps most iconic, Tingle. I know he's not a playable character, but how can I not mention Tingle? How can I talk about gaming and not talk about Tingle? Okay, all my Tingle fanboys comment, I twingled my pingle to this video in the comments. However, all of these characters have one thing in common. They're not me. So why should I care about what happens in the story? Why should I care about Mario wanting to bang Princess Peach? I can't bang Princess Peach. Why should I care about Sam Bridges and I don't even know what the fuck is going on in that game. Isn't Norman Reedus pregnant with a baby that can like see into the future, but it's actually Mads Mikkelsen's baby? And there's like dead stuff and whales and more babies. Kojima, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why should I care about Joel and his dead daughter? But don't get me wrong here, there's nothing wrong with these characters, and I'm not saying that these are in any way worse than characters that you can customize. In fact, it's pretty insane that these games are so well written that despite the fact that I don't have a daughter or live in a zombie-infested world, I grew to love Joel and Ellie, and The Last of Us is one of my favorite games of all time. However, I do think that these hard characters do have their own place in the gaming world. Playing as Nathan Drake is a lot different than playing as whatever the fuck this is. Sometimes I like to be hard, but sometimes I like to be soft too, which brings me to our second type of playable characters, soft characters. These are characters in games such as Dark Souls, Skyrim, Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, World of Warcraft, or really any MMO or RPG game. These are characters that are like a brand new box of Play-Doh that you can mold and shape into any form or thing your grubby little grubbing phalanges can think of. They even added that one slider that just says age that somehow transforms you from a sexy young college freshman addicted to partying and asking inappropriate questions to high schoolers into a divorced father of 3 who also asks inappropriate questions to high schoolers. This is why character customization can be so impactful to the gaming experience. Instead of being handed a hard piece of shit Play-Doh that everybody else got to play with and you can't do anything with except throw at your family from across the room like your name is Shohei Ohtani, which, don't get me wrong, is still fun. But if you get handed a perfectly squishy, mushy, moldable piece of Play-Doh that you can create and change and design and definitely stick in your mouth and try to eat at some point, but don't do it, Jeremy. That's right, I see you trying to take a nibble of that Play-Doh, you dirty little bastard. Put it down. But that's the great thing about Play-Doh. No one person is going to make the exact same thing. And that's what is so fascinating about customizable characters. Each person who plays the game will be bringing their own personality, life experiences, artistic skills, humor to the character that can't be done anywhere else, or by anyone else. There's something special about that. Many games took advantage of this boom in fuck me!
Hey guys, Editor Monty here. I just wanted to say, if you're enjoying the video and want to help support future videos, you guys should go check out Arrowhead. This isn't a sponsor, but it's my own company that I started last year. 5% of all monthly profits go to wildlife preservation, and I'm super proud of the products I've made. So if you guys see anything you like, it would mean the world to me if you would go check it out. Anyways, back to the video.
Many games took advantage of this boom in technological advancement and implemented it into their character creators. Games such as Skyrim, Morrowind, Mass Effect, Oblivion, and Dragon Age, just to name a few, which all allowed players to have a fully customizable character, even going in such depth that you can change your character's voice, hair, eye shape, hair color, color of their lips, their skin color, their facial structure, their eye width, their chin height, their fucking cheekbones, their fucking nostril width, the width and length of their tip, of their nose, a overbite? What's next, developers? Are you gonna let me change my character's dick size? All that to say, technology was advancing at a rapid pace, and players were no longer just inhabiting their characters, but becoming their characters. And with this immense increase in character customizability, player creativity also increased. The shackles on people's imagination was broken. Okay, Pandora's box wasn't just opened, it was fucking demolished. Like, just look at what people have created in these games. The amount of self-expression, craftsmanship, dedication. Okay, don't look at that one. Or that. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that? Ugh! What the fuck is that? Dedication, artistic expression, and focus on intricate details is pretty astounding. Developers no longer told you who you had to become, but instead asked, who do you want to become? The Elden Lord as handsome Squidward? Sure, why not? Or become whatever the fuck this thing is? Fucking go for it. And despite looking terrible or absolutely disgusting, nightmarish, whatever the fuck word you want to use, the players loved it because it was their creation. These character choices also led to many interesting in-game effects as well. For example, in Skyrim, if you play as a Nord, how you're going to be treated by NPCs in the world will be entirely different than if you play as some dirty, disgusting dark elf. There will be no dark elf dating in this Nord family. Many games also took this a step further with character customization and player creativity, allowing them to fully change how the game is played and experienced through expression and character creation. A great example of this is Spore. Developed by Maxis and released in 2008, Spore lets players play the role of a god and guide a species which they designed through 5 evolutionary stages. From the fucking mitochondria, which, say it with me, is the powerhouse of the cell. Good job, Jeremy. To then creatures, to tribes, civilizations, and even fucking space? Maxis lets its players design everything from microscopic organisms all the way to interstellar spaceships. Like Le Movie with Matthew McConaughey from Inner Storeroom. This led to a shift in the gaming industry, which instead of asking what story did the Jesus Christ, dude. From instead of asking what story did the I can't do it. From instead of asking what story did the Oh, okay, you're gonna have to be patient with me. From instead of asking what story did the developers write, okay, Jesus Christ, games began to ask the player, what story are you creating? Now games more than ever give complete control to the player when making a character. You can pick your character's background story in games such as Baldur's Gate 3, developed by Larian Studios, who decided to somehow create an even more in-depth character creator than ever created. In the same way Maxis lets you design down to the microscopic level, similarly, Larian Studios allows you to change your character's penis. Are you more of a sunroof open kind of guy or sunroof closed? Or maybe you are haver of vagina. Or maybe down under you're smooth like a Ken doll. The choice is up to you. Creativity, yay! Character creators have come so far in such a short amount of time. Technology just keeps getting better and better, and video game graphics follow suit. The future of character creators honestly kind of scares me. I mean, who knows what the fuck is going to be going on in a couple decades from now in gaming. Maybe games will let you scan your essence or your being into a game as your character. Okay, I know NBA 2K already has a feature similar to that, but let's be honest, they're a couple decades away from that working, so I think we're fine. Or our future overlord Elon Cuck will invent a computer chip to let us all into the Matrix and have weird techno-space orgies. I'm not sure about the future, but I wouldn't rule anything out. But I do know what character customization and character creators mean to me, and have always meant to me. To me, character creator screens are more than just a menu. They're a question to the player. They ask, who do you want to be? It's such a simple question, but it's one we don't get asked very often. Most of life decides who we are before we even get a say. Our names, where we're born, how people see us. Games are one of the only few places that hand that choice back to us. And every player will have a very different answer to this one simple question. Sometimes the answer is you, or who you wish you were, or who you choose to be. A different race, a different sex, a different species, the choice is up to you. There are no rules in these worlds of who you can or cannot be. No one's stopping you, and maybe that's the point. That's what I find so intriguing about character customization. In every game I set foot into, I am so amazed by the vast diversity of characters people have created, and the reflection of their creators you can see through them. Because the only limit of reality is your own imagination. These are more than just avatars. They're possibilities. The possibility of trying on a different version of yourself nobody knows about, even if for just a few hours. Every time you join a game and play, everybody you walk past, fight, race, talk to, talk shit to, is a person with their own story in life that you'll never know. Their own dreams, fears, jobs, anxieties, desires, hardships. There's something so ethereal about that feeling. It's really pretty crazy when you stop and think about it for a moment. Everybody you see on every single game you play is a person with their own life, completely separate from your own, and the only thing connecting you two together is deciding to play the same game at the exact same moment in time, with the same purpose to forget about the real world for even just a fleeting moment, and to never see each other ever again. That's why I love character customization so much. They act as tiny windows into the people we like to become, the people we miss, or the people we've never stopped being. People come to these games for all the things they can do, but they stay because of all the things they can be. And yes, I did steal that from Ready Player One. If you're gonna plagiarize, at least plagiarize something that sounds good.